There was a young girl who had an argument with her parents. She wanted to go to a party with her friends, but her parents, who were very protective of her, would not allow her to go. The girl stormed off to her bedroom and slammed the door behind her. Later that evening, she decided to sneak out of the house and go to the party without her parents' knowledge. The girl got dressed and then slipped out her bedroom window and walked quickly to her friend's house. At the party, the girl met a guy who was a few years older than her. They talked for a while, and she found him very attractive. He made her laugh. The guy was drinking heavily, and before long, he asked her if she would like to go to another party nearby. She happily accepted. As they left the party and walked out to the car, the guy stumbled. The girl noticed that he was very drunk and began to have a second thought about getting into the car with him. However, when she tried to say something about it, he just laughed and told her not to be so stupid. Speeding down the highway, the boy put his arm around her shoulders. He didn't seem to be paying much attention to the road, and his driving was reckless. She asked him to slow down, but he ignored her. Suddenly, she was blinded by the flash of headlights. The guy had accidentally swerved into oncoming traffic. She barely had a chance to scream before they crashed headlong into another car. When the girl awoke, she found herself lying in a hospital bed. She was in tremendous pain and couldn't move her arms or legs. The nurse told her that she had been involved in a head-on collision. The girl asked if the guy who was driving the car had been seriously injured. The nurse told her that he had been killed on impact. When the girl asked about the occupants of the other car, the nurse said that they had also died in the accident. The young girl began crying. Her body was racked by pain and her soul was torn by guilt. She knew that death was near. Grasping the nurse by the hand, she begged the woman to give a message to her parents. "Just tell them that I'm sorry," whispered the girl. "I'm sorry for having disobeyed them, and tell them I love them very much. Can you make sure you give them that message?" The nurse didn't reply. She just bowed her head and held the girl's hand. Within minutes, the girl was dead. A doctor who had been nearby came over and asked the nurse why she hadn't responded to the girl's final wish. "I didn't know what to say," sighed the nurse. "I didn't want to tell her that the two people who had died in the other car were her parents."